Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, 1974. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I misspoke in my last video. I said it was an Adrian recommendation. Actually, it was part of my George Kennedy section of my queue. And it got stuck in my safe queue, slowly worked its way up out of sequence. Always throws me off, and that's why I think it's an Adrian recommendation from time to time. I do think that Foxy Brown is an Adrian recommendation. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. Because who's in Foxy Brown? Pam Grier, of course. But who else? Nobody that... Oh, Sid Haig. That's the only name that I recognize. It's directed by Jack Hill. Same director as the other Pam Grier movie that I have on my Netflix queue. Here's Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, in case you're wondering what it looks like. See it there? Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Not much going on there. Kino Lorber Studio Classics disc. Bonus features consist of the bonus features consist of a trailer and something else. Oh, Coffee is the other Jack Hill movie. So 2 Pam Grier movies. Coffee, 1973, directed by Jack Hill, and Foxy Brown, 1974, directed by Jack Hill, both rated R. Anyways. So Clint Eastwood plays a bank robber. He starts off preaching. I guess it's some kind of hiding place for him to become a preacher after he robbed a bank. And George Kennedy comes shooting after him because the news said that the money was found, but Clint Eastwood actually hid it at some school behind a chalkboard, a one-room school. So, Jeff Bridges steals a car. Later on, he dresses up in drag, and there's some full frontal in this one. I should let you know that. Both in magazine content and there's one scene with the lady in the window. So, just to give you a heads up on that, that's really the only reason to watch. But the rest of the movie is too long. It's an hour and 55 minutes. It was really boring. It was supposed to be comedy, but it's not funny at all. I didn't think George Kennedy was funny when he got attacked by the dog. And George Kennedy ends up dying, so does his sidekick, Geoffrey, what's his name? Uh, Geoffrey. The guy's name is Geoffrey Lewis. Sorry about that. I drew a blank there. I haven't seen him, Geoffrey Lewis, in a movie in a long time. It's also got Gary Busey. So Clint Eastwood and Jeff Bridges, they switch cars, and George Kennedy's chasing them. They get into a fist fight, and Clint Eastwood explains what happened. So they agreed to rob the same bank again, which goes well according to plan until they get into the drive-in theater and the cops show up. That's when George Kennedy and Geoffrey Lewis die. Geoffrey Lewis gets shot in the trunk, and George Kennedy just beats the crap out of Jeff Bridges and Clint Eastwood. And they're just sitting there all beat up, and then George Kennedy takes off in the car, which he crashes into the department store that he was working at prior to robbing the bank, and the dog attacks him, chews up his neck real bad. So that's pretty much the movie. I don't want to spoil the ending because they end up. Well, I guess I could go a little bit farther into the movie. So they end up finding the school at the end. It had been moved, and a new school was put in the old location. But they didn't know that until they hitchhiked. The ending didn't really make sense to me, but they take down the chalkboard, and they take all the money, and they pay cash for a Cadillac convertible, a white Cadillac convertible, and that's pretty much the movie. It's got the lame soundtrack. It sounds like poor imitation of Jim Croce or who's the other singer-songwriter? I'm trying to think. James Taylor. Yeah, it sounds like James Taylor or Jim Croce, poorly imitated, and incredible music. I didn't laugh a single time, and then, well, maybe I laughed one or two times. That's about it. Jeff Bridges looks ridiculous in drag. And, anyways. I was disappointed. Wasn't expecting much, though, from this, and it really disappointed me. I think I told you the only reason to watch, so enough said about that. But hopefully I get the Wizard of Fur remake, and what's the other one? The 1980 Adrian mentioned. Was it called The Last Hunter? I'm trying to pull it up now. It's taking forever. But anyways, we got more steak for tomorrow, and chicken, and pizza, bacon burgers. I'm gonna cook him bacon for breakfast. I got a ton of bacon in the fridge, man. And he got his Brainiac yogurt and his cherry yolk play and some smoothie. So I got my granola hemp cereal. Yeah, The Last Hunter, 1980. That's it. I took a 2-hour nap this afternoon, and now I'm doing laundry. You bought bacon from Costco. I've been talking about bacon in my videos, and Adrian went to buy some at Costco. Cool. I didn't even know there was Costco in Australia. Wow. Maybe I should buy Costco stock, although I bought 50 shares of Robinhood, and that was up 50% today. Now it's down like 6% or something. So I'll probably lose a few $100 after the meme stock bubble in Robinhood today, man. I made about $1,000 on my portfolio. I would have made more. I haven't received The Last Hunter 1980 in the mail yet. Hopefully I'll get it tomorrow, though, along with the Wizard of Gore remake. So that'll be fun. I know that The Last Hunter is your recommendation, or mention, I should say. So cool. Adrian's in the chat room, by the way, in case you're wondering. Yeah, no rush. I've got about 16 more or 17 more movie reviews to do this week. I got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm not even tired. I thought I would be like completely. You have a bootleg copy of Wizard of Gore? Which one, the original or the remake? You must be talking about the remake, 2007 with Crispin and Glover. I heard the only reason to watch are the Suicide Girls. But Crispin Glover is an interesting dude. He demanded too much money. Oh, okay, the remake. He demanded too much money for the Back to the Future sequel. So they hired another actor to copy all his mannerisms from the first movie. Pretty crazy. Crispin Glover. You said it was not even worth my time 3 years ago, but I went ahead and added it to my Netflix queue anyway. I wanted to see how bad it was. I wanted to see for myself, just so that I could give it a rough critique. So that if it is really good, then if it is really bad, as people say it is, you're in lockup. I thought you got the COVID shot. They're still locking you up. I think they want me to wear a mask indoors or something, but forget that. I'm exempt. I have severe allergies. I can't breathe in that thing. That's why I wear the gator mask at work. It's super thin, and I washed it like 1,000 times. I should get a beard so that I can actually breathe in that ridiculous mask. And you know those guys with beards, they just get the mask and it hangs loose, and it's not really protecting anything. Oh, Sunday they're forcing you to get the shot. Oh, sorry to hear that. if it ever comes down to somebody forcing me to do that here in California, I'm moving to Florida or Texas. My son knows where I am. He can find me. Forget that. I will not comply. Period. Anyways, I heard a lot of people in like New York City, the post office, they're just quitting because they're being forced to get the shot, and so they're just quitting collecting unemployment and stimmy checks. I'm getting a fourth stimmy check next month. But nice talking to you, mate. Laters.